Tension is mounting at Ibrox, and frustration among the supporters has hit boiling point. A fresh call from Russel Martin has sparked outrage, leaving fans questioning his judgment at a pivotal moment in the season. With emotions running high, this latest decision could prove to be a turning point in the manager's relationship with the Rangers faithful. Let's break this down in today's video, along with all the other Rangers news from the last 24 hours. There is so much to discuss in today's video, so be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. But first, Rangers have learned their sanctions after a charge from UEFA from the away clash against Club Brugge. UEFA had charged the Ibrox club for the lighting of pyrotechnics at the defeat to the Belgians, as they lost 6-0 on the night and 9-1 on aggregate. After a hearing, the sanctions handed down have now been confirmed, and Rangers have been fined €20,000, as well as being handed a suspended one-game ban on travelling fans. It means travelling supporters will be permitted to travel to away games now, including the first Europa League 1 at Sturm Graz, but any further breaches within the next 2 years would result in a ban. It comes after the club were punished for pyro displays last season, fined a total of £27,400 after games against Malmo and Lyon. They were also handed a £25,000 fine and suspended stadium closure by UEFA for banners on display during last season's Europa League clash with Fenerbahce. The charge was racist and/or discriminatory behaviour. In the wake of that, club chiefs issued a statement asking fans to support the club in the correct manner. They said, "It is, however, deeply saddening and frankly embarrassing that the club is now set to face significant sanctions for the actions of a very small minority. Rangers is a modern, progressive football club, and we are fiercely proud of our diverse playing squads, workforce and support. For the club to be charged with such a matter in 2025 is shameful, and the disdain for those responsible will be shared by the overwhelming majority of our supporters. For the avoidance of doubt, if you do not believe in 2025 that absolutely everyone is welcome to follow Rangers, whether at Ibrox or away, then Rangers is not the club for you, and you should disassociate yourself with the club immediately." Now, in the latest Russel Martin decision, Nico Raskin's Ibrox saga shows no sign of calming down. The Belgian midfielder, already at the centre of a storm following his high-profile exclusion from the Celtic clash, will once again miss out this weekend. Despite hopes of a return against Hearts after talks with manager Russel Martin, fresh reports now confirm the 24-year-old will not be part of the squad. The drama surrounding Raskin has been unrelenting. His omission before the Old Firm derby created as many headlines as the match itself, particularly after Martin refused to admit the Belgian was training away from the first team. Fans had been waiting to see if the midfielder would be offered a swift route back into contention, but according to STV, that door remains firmly shut for now. Speaking at his pre-match press conference ahead of Saturday's clash with the Jambos, Martin addressed the situation directly. "Nico Raskin won't be in the squad tomorrow. He is back training with the group. I'm really happy with the squad we have with the window closed, and we now have to go out and put a positive performance in." For Raskin, it is another setback in what has become a turbulent spell in Glasgow. On international duty, the midfielder admitted his current position at Rangers was complicated, but insisted his focus remains on fighting his way back. "My situation at the club is complicated. I will return, work hard, and try to get playing time again, but it's not just up to me. I know this is an important year, and I absolutely want to be part of this campaign with Belgium. Football is simply a game of ups and downs. I absolutely love Rangers. I've had some great moments there and have a strong bond with the fans. I always try to give my all. A transfer? No, that's out of the question. I want to continue to resolve this at the club. For now, the Belgians' determination is clear, but whether Russel Martin will hand him the opportunity he craves remains an open question. The Hearts clash will go ahead without him, and the spotlight on Raskin's future will only burn brighter. Raskin's words make it clear he has no desire to walk away from Ibrox, but actions will ultimately speak louder than promises. With every passing week on the sidelines, pressure mounts on both player and manager to find common ground. Until then, the uncertainty surrounding his role will continue to dominate headlines, and Rangers fans will be left wondering how long this saga can drag on before a definitive resolution is reached. Before we get into our next story, if you are enjoying today's video and you would like to see more and stay updated with the latest Rangers news, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss a video. Thank you, let's get back into the video. In other news, Barry Ferguson insists there is a major change at Rangers that will help Russel Martin following the international break. Rangers were last in action on August 31st when they played out a drab 0-0 draw at home to Celtic. Nico Raskin was nowhere to be seen. Hamza Igerman had not long left after a drawn-out transfer saga, and Cyril Dessas was on the bench, but about to leave for Greece. Deadline day incomings following on Monday, September 1st, as that rounded off a summer of mass recruitment at Ibrox. Now, Ferguson insists the dust has settled, and he thinks this should benefit Martin with no distractions off field to take away from Rangers doing the business on it. He wrote in a recent article, "There's no point sugarcoating it and nothing to be gained by pretending Rangers and Russel Martin have got the season off to a positive start. And I'm perfectly sure no one inside Ibrox would even attempt to suggest they've been happy with the first few weeks of the campaign. It's been difficult for the new manager, and at times it's looked a bit frenzied. But it's also worth remembering it was always likely to be a turbulent transitional period. When you think about it, with all that's been going on, it was never likely to be as smooth as the club's supporters were hoping for. There were always going to be bumps along the way. That all said, when the season restarts on Saturday at 3 o'clock, there can be no more distractions and no more excuses. The hard yards have been done over the course of the summer. Russell said himself he was desperate for the summer market to shut down because of all the noise it had been creating. Who's staying, who's going? What's this team going to look like if they allow Cyril Dessas and Hamza Igerman to move on? How do they cope with losing two strikers in one go? Well, now we have answers to those questions. The dust has settled and Russell will have been able to take some time during the international break to get his head clear. Scotland's World Cup openers will have given everyone a bit of a pause and a chance to assess the situation. Most important of all, it's also provided everyone with clarity for what's required going forward. So when Hearts come to Ibrox on Saturday, Rangers will get the opportunity to relaunch their whole season, and it's one they simply cannot afford to miss. But that is all for today's video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We post all the latest Rangers news every single day, so join our fast growing community so you never miss out. Thank you. I'll see you in the next video.